After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 579. Today is not Thursday, it's Wednesday, November 29th, 2023, as we are recording. I am Arlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
I don't know why this says Thursday instead of Wednesday. Welcome to
Last week we did a Thursday. You didn't update it.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad you found us. If you're returning, we're always glad to have you back. And if you are new or returning and in the shadows, I'm still off the...
I'm sorry.
And
is that easier?
Yeah. New or in the shadows, we are glad to have you with us here for the Fun in the Woman Cave. We hope that you come back, especially newcomers. Let me rephrase that. If you are new or returning and you are in the shadows, but you'd like to become more active or you'd like to be more official, it's a little subscribe button on your right, a little red button. You just tap that, and there's a little bell that can give you notifications, as many as you'd like to have within reason. You know, all of them, some of them, or none of them. You just choose your option, and you'll get notified when we post a podcast. Yeah, I think that's basically it.
Did you mention PHN home?
Oh, that's right. If you want to take part in the alongs and chatter and all that kind of stuff, we do that over at the PHN home, which is phnpodcast.freeforums.net, and that's in the description below the box there below the video.
And also in the description we have a link we have the name of our PHN Instagram. And if you aren't able to reach us, sending a message, on the PHN Instagram is a good way, because I'm actually on Instagram a fair amount because of my BookTube one. So I make sure to check PHN while I'm there. So if you want to get a hold of me, or even if you want to get a hold of Mom, she's not getting the messages for some reason.
Yeah, I don't always get the messages. People who have contacted me about special order yarn and things like that on the PHN home group, I don't always get them in a time. Sometimes I don't get them at all. Sometimes they're just not timely. So I do check, but if you don't hear from me, you might want to email me or go to my Etsy shop if you're talking about yarn, or where else would be a good place? Yeah, email me or go to the Etsy shop, I guess, would be the best. If you're in the Patrons, you can try WhatsApp, but I'm not getting notifications there either for whatever reason.
Well, because you had me set it up so you didn't, because you were getting overwhelmed.
I was getting overwhelmed. There were too many people talking. So, but there are ways of reaching me, and if you can't reach me for whatever reason, and you are on the Instagram, Ty can get a hold of me.
Yeah.
So
because I am on there quite frequently.
I have found that being on social media too much is overwhelming for me, and I am trying to pull back, but I don't want to miss anybody who needs to contact me, either for questions or just people who are in the group here who are friends of mine or whatever. You know, PHNers, I always want to be available for you, and as well as people who want to get to me for the shop stuff. I do want to be available for you, but I am pulling back, so I want you to know how to reach me. Otherwise, just through PHN. Well, you can tag me on the PHN threads if it doesn't come through the DM there, and you can contact me via email if you have my email.
And like we said, if none of those things work, I am frequently on Instagram. For whatever reason, that's the least stressful form of social media for me.
I'm not sure what's wrong with this. Usually I like this, but I'm not sure I like it anymore.
Well, maybe there's still the toothpaste in your mouth?
Maybe.
Or maybe it needs to sit a little bit more?
Yeah, this got a really long Kojo mint something or other. It's chocolate and mint and something else, but...
Well, it's time to talk about tea anyway. Show your mug.
Huh?
It's time to talk about tea anyway. Show your mug.
Yeah, this is my my owl and all the other forest creatures mug, because if it has an owl in it, that means it's an owl thing, and it's right there.
And this is some sort of cocoa mint thing?
The tea, I put the I didn't bring the tin with me. It's chocolate mint, and it's a fandom, and I really liked it, so I got myself a fairly good supply of it, and I'm about halfway through. I thought, oh, I better redo this, and I said, well, let me have some first, especially since chocolate mint's kind of a Christmassy season thing. Even though we're not in Christmas yet, I thought, well, I don't want to do Christmas tea yet. I'll do this first, and I'm not sure I like it right now. I don't know if I forgot how to make it properly, or don't have enough sugar.
Or you're just not in the mood right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens. Now, for me, this is a newer tea for me. I was getting my tea spot refills because I was at a Russian caravan, and when I saw they were low in supply for Earl of Grey, I picked up a bunch of the little packets so I could still refill my big thing. So I do have some of that. But the one I'm having right now is a new to me one. Choco Mint Truffle. I'll let you try it. Black tea, peppermint, chocolate flavoring. So, and this mug is a new mug. It came free with my order.
It's really pretty.
It is really pretty.
I actually looked at those mugs to see if I could purchase one outright, but they're really expensive.
Yeah. Now, the only downside is because they have this for a tea bag string to come out, it does mean it cools a little quicker. Now, most of the time I have it on tea warmer, so it doesn't matter. But like when I'm out and about, when I'm out here, it does cool quick. But I really like the shape.
I want you to taste this and see if I just didn't put enough tea in it.
Okay.
It feels like it's watery, and it's been sitting because we're doing stuff.
Here, try.
I'll take this. Hot. I'm not used to having a handle.
It's a nice size handle.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It smells a little funny.
I definitely taste the chocolate, I think.
I don't know what it is about yours. You're just a little off.
Does that taste a little watery?
I'm not sure what it tastes like. It's a little off. It has a weird smell to it.
I'm wondering if it is bad.
The tea?
Mm-hmm. It smells a little funky.
Yeah, it does. I smelled it. I'm like, I'm not even sure I want to drink that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on this.
Did you want to have mine?
No. You drink your tea.
You make yourself a cup later, right? Do you have water?
Do I have water?
Do you have anything to drink here?
I had water. Yeah, here, it's right here. It's not a big deal. I just won't count.
But it smells weird, Mom. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with it.
I think I'm going to dump this.
Yeah.
I mean, I dumped the whole thing.
Yeah, that smells, I've never had a tea smell like that.
Yeah. So that might be why I didn't like this particular.
Yeah.
Because it was really good. I don't know if I'd get it again now, though, because I'm a little bit concerned.
I'll let you have another sip of this to get that taste out of your mouth. And maybe, I think it's the chocolate that you're getting a hint of with this.
It's dark chocolate.
It might be. It doesn't say dark chocolate, but
to me it tastes like it tastes like a watered down hot chocolate.
Well, it's got the black tea, the peppermint, and the dark chocolate. So it'd be like a Mexican hot chocolate with or no, Mexican doesn't have the peppermint.
I should next time it's gonna be Christmas time, I should have had my spot of Mott chocolate or my south of the border.
We can share this, Mom.
No, you drink it. I wouldn't know how to count that, and you wouldn't either. So, thank you. So I just want to make sure I don't dump this. Okay, so I will have to remember that I didn't have any tea. All right, moving on. We have a few alongs going on. Before we hit the alongs, I want to tell you what's coming up in January, and I lost my show notes. There they are. Oh. In January, we have coming up the Ready, Set, Go. Ready, Set, Go. And we have, what's the other one we do at the beginning of the year?
Well, the Ready, Set, Go, we also have...
Oh, it's the Anything Goes. The new one.
Yeah.
Anything Goes.
And then, of course, for the beginning of Ready, Set, Go, we have...
The frogging everything.
Yes.
But that's within the alongs. So
Yes,
I'm not gonna go into detail about the alongs, except those are the ones. Ready, Set, Go, which means starting all the things, and the first month you can also count things that you frog.
But she's not going to go into all that.
No, not going to go into the fact that you can use the frogged yarn to make a project and get other presents. We're not going to go into that right now. No. So just use it. La 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 la. Anyway, so be aware that starting all the things and then the Anything Goes. Okay, and I will try to write up a blurb for that because that's a brand new one.
Right.
So we kind of want to,
And Mom keeps all the blurbs for things. If someone decides they really like, or if people decide they really like an along, we can just reread
Tea
it.
and Tails.
Right. That yeah.
Tea and Tails. Okay, so those are the ones that are coming up. Now, the ones that we are currently doing, this one was the one that's a year long. This time was suggested by one of our PHNers. It's a movie along. Everything that pertains to movies.
But cinema in particular.
Cinema, it had to be released in the theater.
Yeah.
It has anything to do with the theater experience. It can be drive-in, it can be walk-in, it can be something like, well, the only one I know of is the Alamo, which is kind of like a dinner theater for movies. But you have to go there, and it can be anything to do with that. It's all in there. I'm not going to go into the details because
it's not streaming or watching.
no, not streaming, not on the airport, it didn't get released to video or television.
Yeah.
It had to be released to your local theater or somewhere. But because
so not Cinderella 3 that got released straight to
video. The reason I'm rushing a little bit is I have a physical therapy appointment and I have to eat lunch before that. So we're going to move along.
Have your phone out so you can, or I guess it has time on it. There, yeah, you have time on there, so you can keep an eye on it.
Excuse me.
Is that time accurate?
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, it is accurate.
Excuse me.
Because my Paperwhite, I had to set the time, so I wasn't sure if that one automatically adjusted.
The Out with the Old make along is the other one of the other alongs we're doing, and that's exactly as it says. Okay, nothing that was started after September 30th. Okay, it had to be something that you're already working on. You either finish it or whatever. You work on it, you finish it, whatever. Don't frog it until January. Okay, so you can get credit for it if that's what you're going to do. The third one is I thought there were 3 of them. Movie night.
Toy along. I think that's all we have. I'm pretty sure it's all.
No, we have the toy along.
I thought you said that.
No, I didn't say the toy along. The toy along was one of the first ones we did. Yeah. So, and it's one of my favorites. I just haven't been feeling like making toys in the last couple of years. But this one, all the information also is in the thread. It's exactly what it says. It is toys, knitted, crocheted, loom knit. Now that we have paper crafts, if you can make a case for like a doll house or paper dolls or
like those paper dolls that have like the clothes with the tabs that you can put on.
That's exactly what I was saying. Yeah. So those kind of things. I mean, I when I was a kid, I used to, if I remember correctly, my memory is kind of fuzzy from back in the Stone Age. Making like I couldn't draw, so it would be like kind of fat kind of things, so you can cut easily and stuff it with like wadded paper.
Oh, okay.
And that would be the doll,
Sorry.
So you can do stuff like that,
Well, I saw in the it was the Fashions of the Regency book that I was reading, or it was Pastimes of the Regency, went through fashion stuff too. But they had pictures of those like paper dolls with the tabs for the clothes, and so that's it's a pretty old thing.
Hey, puppets. You remember in school we used to do with the popsicle sticks and the puppets, or the lunch bag puppets. Okay, paper airplanes. Somebody's making paper airplanes to sell at the craft store. Oh,
that's fun.
Yeah, for her son was making, so she was helping him make paper airplanes. But so yeah, anything like that. The featured yarns, featured patterns, and what are the requirements for getting multiple chances for a prize are all in the threads, as are the hashtags. You can't do the alongs unless you're in the group. So in the interest of time today, I'm not going to go through all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we don't need. She needs to be able to eat before her physical therapy. Her sugar just tends to drop as it is.
Let's see here. Okay, so that takes us into projects. I think I have 3 plus a design and project progress. Let me see.
I have 2.
Yeah, I have 3.
And then my design progress is part of my shop stuff, so it doesn't get counted.
Okay, so I will start. All right, the first one I'm doing, you haven't seen in a while. I just took it out yesterday because I got bored with doing the same thing over and over again. So I took out, this is from our local yarn store.
I love the bags from there.
Knitter's Magic. The only thing I don't like about it is that they're snap as opposed to zipper.
Right.
But they're very well made.
They're so soft.
I would, if this had a zipper, I wouldn't hesitate to use this as a bag. Although this one's a little bit busy for that. This is my Welcome Little One project from the On the Porch blanket. I have a couple baby blankets going on. Now I have 2 or 3 people that are having babies, so these might not go to the pregnancy center. This is in my Bare Necessities colorway in a bulky weight.
Our parish grows quickly because we have a lot of big families.
Yeah, we have. I think the average number of kids in our family is like
In our
6 to 8.
yeah,
6 to 8
in the
kids.
parish,
yeah. So you
There's
can see.
constantly someone having a baby.
So I just did a little bit on this yesterday when I was watching Danger Man and Rawhide. I did a couple of projects. I said to my husband, I said, I haven't done anything knitted or crocheted in 2 weeks because of Thanksgiving. He said, well, you did this, this, and this. I said, yeah, but that's not showable yet. So this was fun because I had to finish a knit row and then start up a knit row. So I'm just doing knitting right now and not doing. After this row, I have to go back to the pattern, but it's a really nice pattern.
It's a simple pattern.
I like 5410, and I think this is going to be the first of their blankets that I actually finish because knitted. Knitted blankets.
They take a while.
They take a while, and I get bored. Not because the pattern isn't nice, but because it's big. It's bigger than a shawl even, and it's just, that's why the blanket I'm working on from Talia that she made so I could have mosaic, I love it, but I haven't finished it.
That's crochet.
No, that's color work.
Mosaic is...
It's crochet. It's knitted.
No, mosaic's crochet, Mom.
No, it's not, 'cause I was doing I know it's not. I can show you my notes where it says my needles.
Okay, my brain's not working.
No,
No, you're right. I don't know why I thought my washcloths were crocheted for something, but no, I'm picking them in my head now.
I don't know about the washcloths. I don't think the washcloths are crocheted. I think they're knitted.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've done them.
And now I'm getting the itch to do color work again. I mean, not color work, mosaic. Which is
Well, my patterns are very simple. For that, I wish it's because I'm having trouble picturing my head. But you are right. They're slip stitches. But it took.
you can do mosaic in crochet, but I find it more complicated.
Yeah, my brain just kind of fits out for a little bit because sometimes I don't know why the fabric makes me think sometimes of almost a crochet thing.
Right.
It's not. It's more of a garter than anything else.
So this is, like I said, it's got a very nice, I can't say enough good things about 5410. I picked up a bunch of their patterns when I first started knitting because they are easy, they are adjustable, and they're so friendly over there. And I've never finished one. I'd start it and I'd get bored and I'd pull it out. And not because I don't like the pattern, but like I said, it's knitted and it takes forever.
Yeah, if you do one of the mosaic, if you choose to do a blanket instead of a washcloth first, I would say do the very simple one, the Melissa one.
That's what I'm doing.
Because, I had someone commission a blanket, the only commission blanket I ever did, and I decided it'd be a great time to design a mosaic blanket.
It's beautiful.
I had never knit mosaic before.
Oh, you had already done the
I don't think so. I think that was my first mosaic.
I think you'd have to go back and look at your.
I'll have to look, but I'm pretty sure that was my first mosaic. I was
might have been. I mean,
because it's my simplest mosaic.
You can check and see. I thought you did the at least one of the.
I might have looked at one of the classes for mosaic on Craftsy.
Oh.
Because I was looking.
I didn't know they had classes on mosaic and Craftsy.
That's how I learned.
I must have. See, I just took the thing and went. Like you do with the sweaters. I just.
Yeah,
oh wow. And it was,
Well, I had never really.
The thing I wanted to learn about mosaic, which is what stopped me from doing a shawl I was doing, is I didn't understand how to do the repeats.
I'll have to go through that with you guys. It's actually quite simple.
Yeah, because I love it. It's not hard. It's just that I have to be in the right brain space.
It's an interesting way to write a pattern, though, because you have to think a little differently than you do for normal color work.
Yep.
So that's... I have to put a little more brain power on how it's going to shape, because it's going to be longer than what the chart looks like. And I have to adjust for that.
You don't if I remember correctly, you don't carry the yarn. You just let it hang because you pick it up on the other end.
Yes, that is correct.
So you don't have that super kind of bulky.
But you also really have to plan well. More than normal color work, it really requires mindfulness while you're designing.
Right.
Uh-huh.
You have to pay attention to what you're doing when you're knitting it. But it's not hard.
No. And it's, like I said, slightly more complicated to design, I find. But it's not hard.
Well, what's your project?
So mine is, I barely worked on this one. I pulled this out during Thanksgiving.
You said you had 3, right?
No,
I have
2.
I have 3 and a design in progress.
Okay, then you need to do another one.
All right, let me just finish this stitch here.
Yeah, because I have barely 2.
Because see, I worked on this, so now I can show it next week.
Yep.
I'm hoping that I can do more work on my crocheting and stuff. Now, this is my last PT, probably until spring.
You need to make sure to do your stuff at home.
Yeah, I do. If I find it hard to get, like, I'm going to have to...
You're going to have to...
Amanda's going to yell at me because last week was really hard with Thanksgiving and everything. I think I got it in maybe twice, plus the time I went to PT, so 3 times during the week. That's not a good
I mean, you just have to say that this is my devoted time.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I was terrible at keeping up my... Also, the PT didn't help me.
Mm-hmm. It does help me. I couldn't sit Indian style or put my feet together and... Now, granted, I know I'm older and I can't do a lot of that, but I couldn't do it at all. And I can do that now. So I don't want to go back to not being able to do that.
I think that maybe because it's hard to do it for someone with POTS, and the having all my PT be vertical probably wasn't the best thing for me. And so it wasn't something I was inclined to do, particularly since I mean doing those sitting up and down. That's really hard for me because that's blood pooling up and down. Up. It was very bad for me.
Okay, in my Silver Shed USA 10-year Potiversary bag, and I think this is the bigger one, the extra large, is my strawberry shortcake blanket from the Cerbelle scarf pattern by Sarah Sweethearts. And I did a little work on this also yesterday. All the projects you're going to see I worked on yesterday, except for working on the podcast.
Well, you were able to take advantage of the fact that I wasn't able to come out. Although we need to make sure that I
didn't do that. I didn't do yarn work, knitting while you were. I did other stuff.
Oh, okay. We need to make sure that you're able to get more knitting done when I'm actually out here because you don't.
Well, we've been doing other things that we shouldn't be.
No, but even then, you know, like there's been plenty of times we're talking, and you just don't pull out your stuff.
Yeah. Well, some of my stuff requires focus. This doesn't, but some of my stuff does. And so...
Did you actually show it? I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
I haven't
sure I
shown it.
interrupted
Let me
you.
just see here. This is the blanket. It's gotten a little bit further. And I know my friend is having a girl, or she says she's having a girl. You never know until the baby comes out, unless you do a blood test. So here you can see it's not terribly much bigger, but that's because I didn't do terribly much.
Right.
But I do love the way it's...
And she has backup ones in case she has a boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I've whatever. I have.
You tell I'm tired. I was about to say in case she has a non-girl.
Well, I've noticed I'm having to think a little more concretely, a little bit more slowly because I want to say one thing and it's coming out the other way. I don't know what the deal is, but
fatigue does that.
Yeah, I don't feel tired. Well, maybe a little bit, but
persistent fatigue is the state of being.
Put that in our journal and smoke it. So yeah, this is just, it's moving along. If I just sat here, I could probably finish this in a couple of days. It's just that I don't want to just sit here and do this. I want to go here and there and everywhere.
Well, then you have different colors.
Butterflies.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fun to always have to work just one. Now, I mean, I'm mostly working just one, but I have a goal.
Well, yeah, but that, and I did that already for 2 different projects.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like just working one.
Well, and also, I feel like my diversifying has been in doing other things, which I'll talk, some in my journalising.
Well, I've done some of that as well, and some other things too with the shop. So
yeah,
it's just I need to focus, and I've talked about this multiple times. If Valeria was still watching, I'd have to talk to her about giving me an organizational boost because she was one of the most organized people I ever met, or met in quotes. She was very organized.
Sure, she still is.
I'm sure she is. But,
is that it for that project?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, because I want to keep us moving because I know you do have to. So in my Velveteen Rabbit bag, this is the little skein in the big wool.
One of the first bags I got you.
It holds up really well considering...
It's very well made.
Well, considering how I abuse drawstring bags, this is held up really, really well.
Even if you didn't abuse, even if you did abuse it really badly, it's just doesn't look like it. It looks like it'd be washed.
Do you think?
It's a little dirty. But it's nothing. It's not like it's stained or anything. It's just like dust and
It's
stuff.
loved.
Yes, and
It's real.
why? Yes, why do you want to maybe risk messing
Ruining
up
its
well, you might pull the cord might get messed up
Yeah.
and all that. So
So I barely worked on this. These are my Starburst socks. This is Lollipop Girl yarns. And the colorway is Flamingoing by the Pool. The yellow is I think it's something Sunshine, and the pink is highlighter pink, I believe. No, Pinkalicious and highlighter. That's what I think it is.
I meant to bring the reskeined Memento Mori down here, but we can see it later.
So I am a little bit away from, very close, I think, to the leg. Actually, I need to measure. I'm not the leg. Wow. I'm very close to the heel flap, so I need to measure. I think that I might be able to start that soon. But yeah, especially since I've been putting holes into my socks, I'm about ready to. I really need some more to be finished.
I need to put my handmade socks on. It's just I don't want to wear them to PT. Because I'm not sure. It's hard for me to put 2 pairs of socks into a shoe.
Right.
So
I have learned more ways to mend socks. Darn. I've learned
darn what?
I've learned more ways to darn / mend socks, including the knitting a patch kind of thing on there, so you can, if you have the bright yarn, you can just make it more invisible. That's what I did when I mended my owl socks.
Or you can do the hobo style and make it really bright.
Well, yeah, but so I think I might have a couple more socks I need to mend once I'm done washing them. But that's what happens when all you wear is the handmade socks.
Yeah, I usually put them aside in the warmer weather because I don't like to make them all sweaty. Although I was probably wearing them up to about May or June last year, or this year, I mean. And then I take them off. Now I'm ready to start wearing them again. The only ones I think I haven't washed that need to be washing is the Miss Babs, because it bleeds all over the place.
Do you have one of the bag things?
Well, I usually hand wash that one because it gets all over the place.
But I mean, for your other ones, you have the
I do have a bag.
Delicate's
I have to look for it. It's in one of my drawers with my hand knits. Usually I hand wash all my socks, but
I have so many that would take too long.
Well, it'd be nice to be able to wash them and just hang them.
Yeah,
but I don't have your contraption to hang them on, so.
Well, if you absolutely had to, and you did it on a different day that I did, we could hang yours on my contraption.
Let me just finish. You finish up yours so I can.
I did.
Okay, let me just finish up this.
There wasn't a whole lot to say about the Starburst socks, so I barely worked on them.
I like to have this at a place where I'm not going to drop the stitch when I show you. Not that
Right.
it matters as much with a crochet project, but let me just. Okay, so this is the ubiquitous scrap shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. It's in another one of our local yarn shops bags. Isn't that pretty?
It is.
This always reminds me of a picnic.
Yes, it does look like a picnic.
So I saw this bag and I wanted it. That's why so Davina and Ty each got a bag too. And it's got really pretty horses on the inside. So this is Taya's shawl. It's the cherry bomb shawl. And I'm almost done with this yarn here. Okay, this is mine. This is my yarn. It's
I think it's the first time you've really had much to do with working your yarn.
Yeah, this is chocolate covered.
No, this one's chocolate covered strawberries.
Chocolate covered strawberries. And then the color that's going to go next is another one of mine. It's Courtly Love. This was what well, that's blowing it out. It's more accurate up there.
Well, yeah, it's not going to show on our screen.
This is Courtly Love, and this was for the mitts. What were the mitts called?
Lady's Favorite.
Lady's Favorite mitts that Taya did. We had this one, and we had the blue ones, which was Lady's Favorite, right?
Yeah, I think that's what you call that color.
So that'll come in next, and then I'm going to go into the other reds. But you can see that I made a little bit of progress on this because like all projects that are done DK, worsted, bulky, they go pretty fast if you work on them. Actually, that looks pretty nice. I wasn't sure how I was going to like the way this turned out, but
it always seems to shake out in the end.
It looks like it's some kind of animal or people or something like jumping. Do you see the one in the middle there?
Yes.
It looks like it's
Yeah,
kind of-
it looks like he's going to touch his toes with this jump.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing a split in the air.
Yeah,
with his hands.
exactly.
Yeah, Rorschach test. This is the Rorschach test shawl. Rorschach shawl. Boy, that's a mouthful. It sounds like Scooby-Doo talking. So yeah, that's this one. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about this because I really haven't done a whole lot on it. I'm hoping that next time we get together in December, that this will have another color started on it. But we'll see because, life gets in the way. Sometimes it just does what it does.
And we're headed into, Christmas season and all that.
And I feel like baking this year, so.
Which is great.
Yeah.
We have a book that's everything gluten-free, dairy-free baking. So.
That will stay here, but some of the stuff that goes out might not be gluten-free, dairy-free.
Yes.
We're going to try to do the biscotti gluten-free,
Yes, because
dairy-free.
we think it might work.
I think it could potentially work, but we'll do that for us.
Yeah.
Because we've said if it doesn't have yeast, it seems to have a better chance of working. It might be a little more crumbly, but it has a better chance of working.
I think the yeast doesn't get enough sugar from the gluten-free flour and the dairy-free milk. I think it's probably the flour that's the issue with the yeast.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. It doesn't rise as much, even with the
it's not getting enough sugar.
Yeah. So that's all I have to say about this.
Okay, so my last one is in my Star Knits. Yes. My Star Knits Art 2 bag.
Cute bag.
My only triangle bag. I wanted a triangle bag, and when I saw it at Shenandoah, I was like, I don't have one. That'd be a great sock bag. So it's my only triangle bag. And these are where's the other one? Dad socks. I finished the first one. I can't remember if I had finished it last time. I don't think I'd shown it.
If you did, it was very close.
So, first sock is finished. Like the way it turned out. This is Lady Finger Fiber Arts.
No, it's
Later chicken.
It's
chicken
lady fiber arts or lady chicken fiber arts, something like that. I just got. Hold on, I'll tell you. I just got a message from her saying she missed me and she gave me a coupon, and I will probably get something because that was my yarn.
Because this is an oops. She calls it an oops.
This I think it's Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. Let me see.
And I'm on the last few gusset decreases for his second sock. So the legs should go. I mean the foot should go pretty quickly, which is good because I have rosaries to make for our priests for Christmas, and we have 3 priests. So because again, big parish.
Let's see here. It is. I don't think I would have. Chicken Lady Fiber Arts.
Okay. So that's what this yarn is. It's nice yarn.
And it looks like my tea is going to arrive tomorrow.
Yay. So yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. I got 2 tea cards because of my purchase for the, doing what I had to do at Adagio. So I had 2 cards. And the spice card, I went to look for something on here. And I went to Adagio. Oh, I went to Adagio to look for the time and steeping and all that. And you have a trade offer for one of the ones I just got. So I like the spice cards, but I prefer the tea. I have enough spice. I like to pick my own spices and go there and get it if I want to get it there. But the cards are trading cards, and they're really nice because you can gift them or you can get free things or whatever.
Yeah.
But okay, Adagio is very innovative.
It is very interactive.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I do have a design in progress, so I'll just wave the bag at you in a second here. In my one of my ginormous Mama C bags, because Mama C spoils me. I love Mama C. She's wonderful. Here's my owl bag, and there's a design in progress in here. That's all you need to know about that.
There you go.
It's crochet. Okay.
Any other projects?
No, I have projects. That's it.
Okay, so shop.
Yes, I have shop, but you can't see it because it's sitting there soaking. I have to rinse it out. Actually, I'm not sure it's going to be in the shop or not, but it might get me started.
Yeah.
To the person who asked me about a certain colorway, I've written you on over at PHN. I don't know if you've seen it yet because I know it's been the holiday, so no worries if you have seen it, you haven't had a chance or whatever. If you changed your mind, just let me know. All I have to do is put labels on it, and I can list it if you want it. If not, I'll just put it in the shop. I have that, and I have the Memento Mori to put in the shop that I showed last week, or last time we were here. And I have, back there, it came without packages. And the one on the base that Talia got me is a chroma base, like the chroma in Knit Picks. And that one was weird. It didn't want to get wet. I had to push it down. It was a worsted chroma, bare, and so I did that, and I put that in my colorway, and then I made a friend of mine. She's a master tea blender, or I call her a master tea blender. When I found I couldn't have caffeine for a while, she moved heaven and earth to make sure I could have tea to drink, and I didn't even know her. I didn't know her that well. So this is going out to her. What I did was I took 4 half skeins. And it came without packages, and then I exploded it, doing each of the 3 colors as a separate skein.
Right.
But I'm hoping to do more. I have an extra one of that's a full skein. I'm not sure if it's going to go in the shop, if it's going to be a prize, or if I'm going to keep it. I haven't decided yet. So it might be in the shop, but it might not.
Okay, so I don't really have much to talk about for the shop because I'm working on the same design. And it's a bigger design, so it takes a while.
Right.
Excuse me, that leads us on journal. How much time do we have?
We're okay. Let me show my first one just in case we run.
Yeah, because if we have to, we can cut off mine.
Okay. I finally got a journal page, and we had it's one of my religious journal. And funnily enough, I didn't use a whole lot of the stuff that I bought in terms of ephemera. I had to go online because we were talking about Christ the King, and the priest kept saying, that he said, I'm going to repeat this over and over again. He kept saying, Christ is the King in the here and now. May he reign in my heart. And I thought that just really struck me. So I went and I looked up some images and things like that, and this is what I came up with. It's just what he said on the side.
I'm going to bring you up a little bit. There you go.
They're all ephemera from the internet. In terms of they weren't like made as ephemera, they were just photos and things like that. This right here says, Heart of Jesus, reign thou ever in my heart. It says, Our Lord Christ the King. This is Lord Jesus, Viva Cristo Rey, which means
right.
Long live Christ the King. So it's a religious one, and I was really happy to get something done on it. And it didn't look finished till I found this picture here, the big picture.
Right.
So I was kind of happy to be done something with the journal.
No, and it turned out very well.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do just need that kickstart too.
Yeah, and the only ephemera that I used that was bought, these butterflies, and this leaf up here, and this butterfly here. I wasn't going to use them until I realized this is a monarch butterfly. Monarch, royalty, king. That works. And then I could pull in the other butterflies.
Right. Which is nice. It turned out well.
Thank you.
I've been doing a fair amount of journaling because I've been behind in my book journal. I'm not sure if I showed Michelangelo last time.
Yes, I think you did.
Okay, I don't know if I had the stamps yet. I don't know if I showed the calligraphy. I'm trying to get into calligraphy a bit.
You showed all this part.
Did I? Okay, well that's the main part because the stamps are just on there.
I like the idea of stamps being different paragraphs, possibly.
No, I can see that. It really was nice for the look that I wanted. It made it feel more international, which is kind of cool. And then I had this big thing that stamp came in for like some sort of anniversary. So I ended up using a little window to write that Frescoes Through the Poor Man's Bible, the Renaissance. But I then had this quote that I really liked about the artist for Sherlock Holmes, talking about how...
I like that picture.
Yes, I'll turn around and show that. How even... First of all, he was chosen by accident. That was something that I... that's not mentioned here, but I found elsewhere. They actually wanted his brother, but they asked for the wrong person. So he ended up doing the artwork for Sherlock Holmes. And what this quote says here, and it comes at the beginning of my illustrated Sherlock Holmes, is that his influence was so great upon Sherlock Holmes is that from that day to this, no characterization, no other mood has been accepted by English readers, and when his untimely death in 1908 necessarily shifted his mantle to other shoulders, the artists who followed him, several of greater skill and reputation, were compelled to subordinate themselves to the Paget style in all the essential particulars. So that was cool. I think I went a little too crazy on my eye here. It almost looks like a J because I was trying to be clever and adding the pipe and the hat and the magnifying glass. So I kind of made it look more like a J. But
the only thing you might have considered doing is putting it out like on the other end a little bit.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And then this quote, I'm not sure which. Holmes working hard over chemical investigation. You actually see the initials for Sidney Paget down here. I like his artwork. Oh, there, I put it here. The Adventure of the Naval Treaty. That's where it came from. This is my first time using my actual
Calligraphy pen?
Yeah, they're beginner calligraphy pen. I want to use eventually the real calligraphy pens where you ink it and get the real feel for it. I still have to learn how to do, the proper movements. You get thinner at some point and thicker at the other. I don't quite have it.
That's where you have the certain kind of pens that have, you can, if you turn it a certain way, you get the flat.
Yeah, and I mean, the ones I have can have that a little bit, but I need to learn how to make best use of it. So, that was a free section. I just felt like doing it because I was reading Holmes at that point. Then, here's Murder by the Book. Some use of my stamps. Had some fun here. I should have used a less dark picture, but I wanted to look like one of those penny illustrated papers where you're always hawking stuff about crimes. Now this one was a little bit easier to see because of course I had to do 2 Victorian crimes in a row. So, but because it was A to Z of Victorian time, I was able to use more of my Jack the Ripper stuff. Ephemera.
It's too bad that Poirot's not really Victorian.
No, he's World War.
Because it would be neat to put in the ABC murders.
Yeah. Then I ended up taking advantage because I realized I didn't have any spot where I normally put my Library of Talia Fernandez stamp in, and I had left space, and I was like, oh wait, I have this evidence tag that I put at the bottom. I'll put it on the evidence tag. So that ended up looking cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I put my the Dewey Decimal Code there. Then this was just a free page because I like to start each book with both pages being for that one book.
She means the book she reads, not the book. Yeah.
So I had some bunny ephemera with bunnies reading. I have different animals reading, but especially bunnies. So this was the last Sherlock Holmes book last Sherlock Holmes story I had finished, The Red-Headed League. So I took a quote from that.
I looked really quickly. I thought it said mysterious with an I. I'm like, I didn't realize they spelled it that way in England.
No. And then I just took other ephemera and had it around my reading bunny. So that was fun. And I'm currently working on this. The book's called The Gift of Fear, so I have the Scream as what I drew on my pocket. I mean, it turned out decent.
Do you know what I had Davina draw? I knew you did the Scream. She did something else.
I don't remember what she did. I feel like for mine I had
You had Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny. I think I had Elmer Fudd coming up.
With a gun.
Yeah, because there were 2 people
He was
coming
up here.
No, I've been back here.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough room to do where the people are here because it's a square space. But yeah,
it was a assignment I gave them to do a classic painting in cartoon.
And I chose the Scream.
Davina chose.
But it's been over 20 years since I've done the Scream, and even then that was a parody. So yeah, it's enough that people can tell what it is.
I had no respect for the art. Just draw a cartoon.
But yeah, that's what my journaling is. It's, trying to catch up with my reading. I still am a bit behind in my journal.
Okay. Let's see here. We have a little time to do our stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure what I may have. Did I show the scissors and everything last time?
Yes, I think you did.
Well, in case I did, scissors. I know. I showed all the other bookmarks that are in here, but not this one. So I can't read it backwards. Something here. So, you were right here, and it has a little arrow. So
And it has
you're
a
not
for each
sure.
side.
Yeah, it has for each side. So if you know, these are my bookmarks that Taya gives me that I buy myself.
The magnetic ones.
Magnetic ones. Do you have anything like this here?
What's this?
Like bookmarks and stuff?
I don't think I have any bookmarks this time. Hang on.
This, these are the stamps you get. You already showed the stamps. I already showed the stamps last week. That you gave me.
I have washi tape.
Here are my owls that came in. Well, this is the Venus. And then, how cute are these? These are mine. Of course they're mine, right? I mean, just look at them. Aren't they cute? One is, see, I'm trying to think here. One is at night, I think, and one is in daytime, because one looks like it's falling asleep, and the other one looks like it's awake. And this is from the Duchess Reads, if you're interested in getting these. The reason I'm going through my first is because if we have to stop short,
Because you'll need to go eat.
yeah, I need to go eat. So, and Ty, I guess it's not fair to make me show mine first and not let Ty get hers. But
that's fine. It's also giving me a chance to organize in here a little bit.
and I've got little stuff in here that I can use for ephemera. Oh, Ty gave me these. This, what was this for? Ty?
Glue erasers.
This is a glue eraser. It looks like three,
They kind of
Like sponges.
They stick together.
Yeah,
they're not as soft as sponges.
yeah, they
They're
look like
like rubber.
sponges. They look like sponges or erasers, but they actually erase glue, and there's 3 of them in there.
That's the only reason why my Michelangelo pages aren't sticking together. I mean, they can be kind of tacky, but not. Yeah,
She got me this taters.
that's gonna go in front of her journal.
Potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in. This is going to go in my journal where I'm putting my 500 Club stories and the prompt. That's what I'm going to do with it. The 500 Club stories with the prompts. That's going to go on the front of it. And so,
Now the one that's similar to that,
where is it in here? Okay, here's the other one.
and I'll show mine now.
Everybody knows how much I like people like Groot and this is an ant.
It's okay, I've got him. Tree beard.
Okay, Treebeard. And it says, not all those who wander are lost. And I haven't decided if I'm going to use this in my Winnie the Pooh or in my religious journal. Not all who wander are lost. And I just love that quote, along with Don't Be Hasty. I love Treebeard. He's amazing.
So I'm kind of torn. I kind of want to use this on the outside of a journal, but I also have a couple books on the Inklings. But I think it'd be so much nicer on the outside of the journal, because then it would. It's a literary society. It fits.
Oh, look at this.
Oh yeah, it came with the stick with that.
Free stickers. One looks like a Christmas cookie and one looks like a feather. I didn't see it when I opened it before.
So yeah, that's my sticker.
You sure you wanted to give me that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Here's
Just mine. The Inklings comes from a fine quotation.
I might cut around this.
Yeah.
Because look at this. Look at
Is
this.
it a Last Homely House?
It's
I'm not sure if I'm saying it.
J.M. Henderly Riversway. There's an address on there, so they're in Washington.
But they're that's pretty cool stuff.
It's a really nice. I'm not really directionally challenged on this. I can't tell if I'm showing you correctly, but let's see here.
I'm not gonna pull them out. I know you have some of the same ones. I have some more stamps. They're like Vatican stamps, and I gave Mom most of them, and I took doubles.
Yeah, I didn't show my stamps because I don't feel like taking them out.
Yeah.
But I got some tea from Plum Deluxe. I don't normally get tea, and you got to give me the invoice for this. I got Santa Blend and Grandma's Caramel Butterscotch Black.
I got Grandma's Caramel Butterscotch Black, which is black tea, rooibos tea, cocoa nibs, apple pieces, rose hips, calendula, caramel / butterscotch essence. Then Santa blend, green rooibos, red currant, beetroot, cinnamon, blackberry leaf, lemongrass, malva flower, blueberry essence. And then I also have decaf toasted marshmallow.
I want to taste that. I didn't want to buy it because I wasn't sure how I would like it.
Decaf black tea, marshmallow root, apple pieces, safflower, vanilla essence.
And this was a pre-order from the Daughters of St. Paul. A lot of you know that both Ty and I are involved with the Pauline family. Ty is an Annunciationist. I'm Holy Family Institute. This is from the sisters, and it's a devotional called Come to Me, and it's living the 9 First Fridays. And if you want to know what that is, you can contact us privately. It's by Sister Anne Flanagan, FSP, Daughter St. Paul. And once we get out of the holiday season, I'd like to work on this on the first Fridays. Just every first Friday for 9 First Fridays. And Ty gave me this as well. This came with a whole bunch of like ephemera stuff in here.
It's stencils.
But this is back. I almost picked up some of these papers.
Oh, did you?
Yes, at Walmart, something similar.
They were either free or on extreme sale if I did it within a certain period of time, so I threw it in the cart because...
So I've got like colored papers, stencils.
This comes from scrapbooking.com. It is, think of Lovecrafts, but for scrapbooking. You can post projects, you can see other people's projects, you can purchase things.
You can thank journaling and scrapbooking for allowing paper crafts into our alongs, because Ty and I kind of got bitten by the bug, and so we wanted to. And
well,
also,
actually, it was first Brittany's fault.
That was mainly cards, and we still accept cards in our alongs.
You guys didn't get to see my first card because I made a thank you note and I sent it off.
Yeah.
And you also, we are supposed to have coming in our blank cards, but they haven't come in yet.
Brittany, you are being hauled out on the carpet. We haven't seen you for like 5,000 years, and we want you to do some paper crafts in the paper craft areas, in the alongs where you can fit it, because your hands can handle that. If they can handle it, we'd like to see you there. We miss you. So Brittany gets called out kind of like Laura does because she's Brittany.
Oh, also Laura, thank you for
the book,
claiming your the fact that you gifted me that book.
Laura's another one who spoils us rotten.
Yes.
And so we have wonderful PHNers. We are grateful to the ones, the person who sent us the bags and said we could keep them.
Yes.
They are all in use. Mine is in use for scrapbooking, and so is Talia's.
Yes. They hold my calligraphy pens and my markers with the thin end and the thick end. And
yep. So it's because I looked at that one fabric and said, she said I could keep it. I'm keeping this one. So, and I appreciate that. I don't know if we can give out her name or not, so I'm not going to, but she knows who she is, and we are very grateful.
Yes.
So
I do have my final bit of scrapbooking to show. My final
scrapbooking?
My stuff that I got.
All right.
So this is the one that I had told you about, that I wanted the full kit but I couldn't justify it. It came It was from the British Museum, or it's the British Museum. I think put it out originally by British Museum, or inspired by the British Museum or something like that. It came in a kit initially where you could get the washi tape, the stickers, and it came with a pen. But I couldn't justify all of it, and so I did the option where I could just get the washi tape. But it was hard. I wanted all of them, because it was like the full set thing where you could tell like it had maybe it had like a booklet or something, and it was so hard. Especially since I actually will actively be...
The washi tape, the paper crafts people are bad.
They're evil.
They're bad. They give you all these discounts, and they... and you buy something, they give you a discount, and say, come back. And so you come back, and then they give you another discount. It's like, wow, they're awesome.
So, yeah, it's British Museum.
I like that bigger one.
Yeah, isn't that nice? So it's got... It's hieroglyphs. You actually have the smiting motion.
Smiting?
Yeah, this is what they have their arm up. A lot of times the pharaohs would do this.
Smote?
No, this is... They called this the smiting. And smote is the past tense.
Yeah, no.
So,
I never heard smiting.
Yeah, smiting. I believe this is like the lotus... I think it's called the lotus. There. Then more hieroglyphs. So they have 3 different size 4 different sizes, which is nice.
I don't like the thin ones very much. I have to figure out how to do them.
Honestly, that's what you can use. I see some people use them like tape to keep something on. I can think there are creative ways to use this, but it was very hard not to get the full set. But
I want to get a dispenser like you have. I don't know if they have them, but they must. Dispenser for those, because I have a hard time cutting it without it coming back to stick on itself.
Yeah. This was from a different place. It has...
That's really nice. I like that
the
one.
hieroglyphs with the 3 figures there. So I'm pretty well set for my Egyptian for a little while for that. Oh, this came... Oh, that's right. I picked this up with my Egyptian set. Bunnies eating Oreos.
Oh.
Oopsie.
Oops. It's a bunny.
Yeah, it is a bunny. There's one eating an Oreo right there. So when I saw bunnies eating Oreos, I had to, and they sent stickers with it.
They always do. The paper crafts are really good about sending freebies.
So I have more bunnies.
Cute.
All these bunny stickers, and then I have like cowboy stuff.
Cowboys. They look like cowboys.
Cowboy hat,
Oh,
cowboy boots.
I was looking at this, not cowboy.
This
is
gun.
Indian. This is Indian.
Yeah. So it's a mixture of.
Very nice.
So that's cool. Stick my bunnies back in here because I didn't actually order stickers, so that was exciting.
Yeah, sometimes you get like I forget what I ordered, some washi tape or something, and I pulled out this, and not just a couple, this thick little packet, little, I don't know, envelope, if you will, plastic envelope type of thing. Oh, excuse me, that might be the mailman.
It might be medicine because I think that Jenna was supposed to arrive today. Well, I think this might have been a freebie with something because yes, this was. This other order, they gave me these really nice stickers talking about stickers. It's flowers on top of books. This Tale Two Cities, Oliver Twist, Great Expectations, Faust. Can't quite read the one right underneath the flowers. Then here you've got oh, it looks like it has some quotes there, and then I guess this is the name of the shop or something. Variable Chinese Rose, and then a paintbrush with paints. So I thought those were really nice freebie stickers that I will be using. And let me stick those back in so I don't lose them. So those are freebie stickers. Also from Alice. Yeah, the shop is called Alice in Wonderland.
I was just telling Davina today that we should be getting her medicine today.
So that was what it was.
That was this big old box of medicine from Genoa.
Oh yes, this is Gandalf's Arrival.
Ow.
You okay? This comes from Alice in Wonderland. That who I showed the stickers from, the free stickers, other free stickers, not the ones you saw.
Yeah.
So this is, I haven't used it yet. Gandalf's Arrival. So
that's
this,
fun. I think you showed me that one.
I showed you that one, yeah, and these are just more of the same.
I think you showed it to me through the
Well, no, I actually opened one for you.
It's fun. I like the pastoralness of it.
Yes, and then at one point you do have Gandalf.
Yeah, well, there's got to be somewhere if he's arriving.
Yeah, I think he's there. No, okay.
No.
No, that is him. Look, here's his hat. Here's his.
Oh yeah, he's on the bookboard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see him.
It's almost like Spot the Gandalf. But
I'm trying to see it without my glasses. Laura will yell at me. There he is. Now he doesn't look like so much of a blob. Because all I could see was like this big blob.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Now this was what is this called? This place. The washi tape shop.
Oh yeah, the washi tape. I use them.
They're bad.
Yes, they are.
I found them on Instagram.
Whenever we say, let me clarify. Whenever we say this, and we're talking about something like this, and we have stuff from them, we say bad. We generally mean it's because we want to buy everything in the shop. Okay?
I actually don't usually purchase. They don't always tempt me. I saw them on Instagram, and the one thing they had on Instagram tempted me. So, this is their. They call it Jingle Paws.
Mm-hmm.
And I I hadn't wanted to tear this until I absolutely had to.
And now there's one that I haven't gotten anything from yet myself, but I want to mention it's called Soto Studios, and they are fantastic, and they are really bad because they keep giving me stuff in terms of, look at this, and I've been really good about not purchasing anything from them, but they have absolutely fabulous stuff. And they have an American shop, which is they're just starting it up for the USA, and then they have the European.
So this is like Lily has a mixture of bunnies and
It's cute.
other little animals and Christmassy stuff.
See, I like the
This one's
thickness.
stickers.
I like these. Yeah, I like the sticker ones.
I've never seen stickers on a roll
Yeah.
like that. So they're really adorable. This one could actually be used at any season.
Yeah. Well, I like the different sizes, and all the
Yes.
sizes are wide. They're just wider.
Oh,
I
these
like
are
this.
stickers too.
Very cool.
Okay, there's arena washi. No, these are all washi stickers. I've never had anything like that.
I have to look. So you have to look at your order and tell if it's called washi stickers. That's the kind of stuff I want.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I've never even seen anything like that before because I'm looking really closely and all of them have that. That's actually super convenient. Well, with animals, that's really convenient.
Well, because they call them fussy. What is it when we do the digital ones? They call them fussy cut because you have to cut like around.
Yeah, because that's why I have my X-Acto knife.
Yeah, I have the X-Acto knife as well.
I use my X-Acto knife all the time in my cutting board. So this is really cute. This is what tempted me was the jingle paws. Because
The one from Soto Studios that's tempting me is the I think it's called Jingle All the Way or something like that. It's a Christmas ephemeral thing. I'm like, I don't need to get it.
well, this is nice. I thought that this was just Christmas themed, but the only one that really feels very Christmassy is this one. And honestly, you could even pass it off as wintry. I could actually use this for more things than I thought I could.
Just holiday slash winter. You can even use
Slash
fall.
autumn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this one I guess has a Christmas tree in the back, but
it can also be. I mean, there's no ornaments on it. It's just, it's maybe lights, but
yeah, no, they're just really cute. They're called jingle paws, but they're more than paws than jingle. Excuse me. So yeah, that's the other tea that I mentioned. Well, you saw the mug. You saw the choco mint truffle. These are some of the other colors that I didn't get. This looks like a light gray. I think that's the blue.
I wanted the blue, but it's not that light.
And then charcoal black. The colors aren't quite.
They aren't right because that's a periwinkle. Almost. This is the blue. When I looked, they have almost a navy. They're not showing all the colors here.
Yeah. And this comes with a nice baskets with it. But yeah, I picked up a couple Russian Caravan. That's one of my favorites, especially as it gets colder. That's my other Russian Caravan. This is called Boulder Breakfast. This is a new to me one. It's black tea, pu'er tea, calendula flowers, sunflower petals. You can really taste those two in it. And dark chocolate flavoring. You could smell the dark chocolate.
Did I taste that one? Did I like it?
You thought it was milder than I normally make it, but yeah, you liked it.
Okay.
And then I had to pick a bunch of these little Earl of Greys because they didn't have
that is little. I think they sold them that little.
Yeah, I think I picked up 4 or 5 of them. 4 of them. Just so I could have a little bit of extra.
I think my favorite Earl Grey is Earl Grey Moonlight. But I like Earl Grey Lavender. I saw one that's Earl Grey Cream. And I would maybe like to try that and see if it'll balance out some of what I don't like in Earl Grey.
Right.
Earl Grey, I like some and I don't like some. It depends.
That was deep.
Yes. Well, who was it? Kylie's mom. I can't think of her name. She goes to her church.
Oh, you're talking about Karen Faye.
Karen Faye. She got me hooked on Earl Grey Moonlight. She gave Ty and I a sample of it.
Right.
And it was really, really good. I saw her the other day. Well, I guess it was more like a few weeks ago now, but because we go to different masses now. We used to go to the same mass, but I haven't seen Kylie in a while. I wonder if she's done with Christendom.
Yeah, she might be.
Okay, so I think that's basically, we don't have anything else, right?
No,
I mean,
no, we don't.
let's see here.
I think they stuck some lavender in here.
Oh yeah, I did get a couple of new journals. You know, I got one off of Amazon, similar to the one I'm using for my go to church journal, and then I got two from Michael's, because you bought one, got one free. I'm like, I'm not passing up a free, so so I got two of those, and then I found the one that I'm going to be using for my 500 club. It has a blank page on one side, and it has lines on the other. It's going to be interesting to see if I'm able to fit a whole 500 Club story. I'm going to have to play around with the print and all that kind of stuff for the story. And I want to put the picture on the side. I guess maybe I can make the picture a little smaller and put some of the print below it.
Right.
So I'm going to work out on that, because this was back when I was doing the 500 Club. You had to write a story that was 500 words or less. And I used to try to challenge myself to get exactly 500 words.
Right.
And I got pretty good at it. It was to get the 500 words, but sometimes like you really had to kind of play around with it. But and so hopefully I'll have something to show you with that in the near future, because I'm looking forward to doing that. And I'm not going to do anything new just yet. I'm going to go back and see what I have. I think I'm going to go back to the early stuff that I did and go from there and put things in. And if I want to put everything in, I may end up having to get another journal for that.
Right.
Just have the pictures and all that kind of stuff. Oh heavens, I need another journal.
Not another journal.
Yes. My husband's pretty good about supporting all of our various hobbies.
Well, he particularly likes the scrapbooking one.
He does. And then I'm hoping that reading back my old stuff will get me into writing again. Because, you know, if I start writing again, you might not see any knitting and crocheting for a while, because that's really a very jealous hobby.
Writing is something that you can only do if you can think, and where sometimes you can crochet when you're having trouble thinking.
Yeah, or knit. And I have pretty much gone back to crocheting, although I do still knit as well. Okay, so we want to thank the people who commented, and if I missed anybody, I apologize, but want to thank Wendy, who is MacGyver, our own very own MacGyver, Paula, and I have Wendy twice, but there was another person who commented. I can't remember what it was. I must have had Wendy twice, but accidentally took the other person off. I think it was Paula.
I can't remember.
No, Paula is on here. Wendy, Paula, and somebody else. Maybe it was Pat.
Can't remember.
I can't remember who the other person was, but we thank you too. I had you on here, but I must have, by mistake, when I altered my notes, I must have taken you off and left Wendy's on, your second one. So thank you for all of you for commenting, whether you did it here on YouTube or you did it on PHN. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I tried to get everybody before I brought my show notes over, but there you go. Did anything else? We don't have a Zoom this week or anything, right?
No, because we already did it.
We already did our Zooms. We're all caught up for our Zooms until next month.
Yes.
We're going to have to figure out about next month, because we have Christmas and New Year's coming up.
Yes.
So
it all depends on when Christmas is.
Christmas is on a Monday, and so is New Year's.
Okay.
I believe it's Monday.
Okay, so we'd have to talk. So it might be okay, 'cause it might work, because if New Year's is on a Monday, you won't be worrying about New Year's Eve. The Friday after Christmas is far enough after Christmas to not be, for people most likely not to have family there. So it actually is a really good time period.
Yeah, so we might be fine. Yeah, so that's basically what I have to say about that. So I need to get ready to eat lunch, but I want to wish you guys all, we want to wish you guys a very wonderful week, week full of knitting, crocheting, paper crafts, whatever makes your heart happy. And we do hope to see you here for the Foot in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 579. 579.
Yay.
And that's a wrap. All my stuff is hidden over there, so
Bye.
bye-bye.